Hey there, Coin fan. I am super excited today, and I'll tell you why. Reason number one, I have been using a plastic folding table, and it got so heavy with all the coins and boxes and stuff that I had on it, that I started to fold it in the middle. But my wife, she loves to repurpose furniture, and she made me a coin hunting table. Check this bad boy out. How awesome is that? It's gonna be a lot of fun. Nice and solid, good to go. Absolutely beautiful. Second reason is I get to actually hunt my first ever box of quarters. I've hunted many rolls, but I've never had a full box. So this is the first time for that. Which also means that I actually get to use my coin hunting mat that I ordered from a great coin roll hunter online. I get to actually use the front of it. I have been using the back of it for all the pennies and nickels that I've been doing. But now, with the quarters, I get to use the quarter varieties. So that's awesome. So I am going to start cracking rolls of quarters, looking for silvers, W's, and I've got a number of holes in my collection as well that I gotta look for. Other than that, we should be in good shape, and I'll bring you in when I'm ready to, when I find the first find. Okay guys, I have here a Kansas from 2005. Philadelphia minted. And on the Philadelphia minted Kansas quarters, there's a variety called Ingadwi Rust. That's what it says. You can barely make out the T there. I'm gonna put it under the scope for us. Get a closer look. Okay. So it definitely says Ingadwi Rust. It's also missing the I and in, which is weird. But looking under the scope, there is a ton of damage right there where the T goes. Big scratches and whatnot, discolorations, all kinds of stuff. I almost think somebody actually tried to erase the T in Trust. I don't think this is actually a variety anymore. So I'm going to throw it back in. I'm not going to keep this one. But still fun to find. That was in roll number 11 of the box. Let's see if we can keep on finding. Okay guys, I just finished up roll number 48, getting close to the end here. I've put out a lot of coins. I'll talk about those at the wrap up. There's nothing crazy here, nothing important. Last one, just let you know that we got a lot to talk about here at the end. But I'm bringing you in now because we do have a variety. This is a Homestead quarter with snow on the roof. It's a die chip in the right location, makes it look like it has a little snow on the roof. This isn't the greatest example, but it's not bad. I do like finding these. They're kind of fun and they're unique. There's another variety with a hole in the bucket, but that's not this one. That's where die crack comes off the bottom of the bucket. But still the variety nonetheless, and they're in pretty good shape. So I'm definitely gonna be adding that one to my collection. All right. Again, give me 2 more rolls to go through, and then I'll wrap up and I'll tell you what all this is here. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, guys. I finished roll 50 of the hunt, and we had one, maybe 2 varieties. I'll get to those after a little while. But I did pull out a ton of coins for us to look at a little bit more closely. I'm going to start with these. This is my little book for the America the Beautiful. This is the second book, which goes from 2016 to 2021. And a lot of the coins I had set up right here were to fill this book up. I had one hole here, the Shawnee from the Denver. Then I was missing Denver Lowell from 2019, and the American Memorial Park as well. And then 2020, I was missing the Salt River Bay from Denver, and the Marsh Billingsley. And the funny part is, I forgot that I didn't have this one in my collection for a while, and then I couldn't find one for a little while. But the Tallgrass Prairie from Philadelphia, otherwise we'd like to call it the butterfly quarter, was missing. And in the same box, there was one from Denver as well. So I went from having none to having both. So that's good there. So that was a great fill up for this book. We're only missing a handful now. Count 6 holes still here. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, I'm going to close this book up. I'm going to sort out these other quarters I have laid over here, and we'll talk about those next. Alright guys, this is the next book, or the book before that one actually. It goes from 2010 to 2015. I had a stack of other coins sitting here that go into this book as well, including the Saratoga of 2015 Denver. That's the only one I was really missing on this half of the book, so that's a good find. It's nice just filling up a whole page. I kind of like having a whole page full. However, talk a little bit more about these. From 2009, which are the ones before this book starts, through 2012, with the exception of the Denali's, these are all a little bit lower mintage. So I kind of hold on to these as a general rule until I'm going to try to get about a tube of each just to keep them in my collection because they're so much harder to find. But we did find a couple I didn't have, including 2012 El Yunque from Denver. I didn't have any of those. I'm still missing the Philadelphia one, in fact, which is kind of unexpected. We have the Acadia from Denver, and Philadelphia for the Hawaiian volcanoes. So there's a good amount filled on that page as well. So this book is starting to look really good. And then on the page before it, I've only got one hole to fill, and that's this one, the Chickasha from 2011. I actually found 2 of those from Denver. I'm going to take a quick second, pick the nicer one of the 2, and we'll plug that in. Alright, like I said, I do like to hold on to these, so I do have a stack of them up here as well, of ones that are doubled up from the book that don't upgrade. So these are going to be going into my collection just as short prints, so I get them all tubed up. Nothing wrong with that there. I'm going to set them over here. Okay, next. These 6 stacks here are all 2021 Philadelphia crossing the Delaware. They're still kind of new. I don't know what the mintage are on them. But I just pulled them out just to kind of see how many there was going to be, and we had quite a few. I'm going to go ahead and check through them another time, see if there's any double dies or anything like that on them, but I don't expect to find anything. This stack here are all bicentennial quarters. Ever since I was in high school, I was playing drums, playing drumline, and I went to college to become a professional musician and playing percussion and whatnot. So a number of my friends decided that whenever they came across the drummer quarters, that I should have them. So I hold them out just as part of me, part of my past and part of my history. But there's no real value in any of these other than the quarter. But if you find one that's from Denver Mint, check the obverse for a double die. That's pretty valuable, but none of these are fit into that category. Right. This stack here is another set of lower mintage ones that I like to hold on to. The 1968 Denver, 1969 Denver, 1970 Philadelphia, and 1971 Philadelphia are all just a little bit harder for me to find, a little bit lower mintage, and I consider these the key dates for the clad Washington quarters. So not including state quarters, not including silver, just the clad quarters from Washington with the eagle reverses. These to me are the 4 hardest to find ones. So I tend to hold on those just as part of a collection reason. So those are actually going to go into the tubes as well for lower mintage. Okay. Other than that, still the best find from the box was the Homestead quarter with the snow on the roof. And I've been looking at this quarter since I found it earlier. It's the Ain't Gotta Be Rusted. I said I was going to throw back, but I'm just not sure about it. So I can still see all the damage here, and that does bother me a lot. But it also to me looks like the T is still a weak strike. I don't see actual damage removing the T. So I've been going back and forth on this one the whole time since I found it. So just do me a favor. I'm trying to give you a good picture here. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And I would really like to know what your opinion is on this one, because I'm just not sure. Anyway, I'm going to hold on to that one for a while. Worst case scenario is I throw it back later. Alright, and last but not least, I've got 4 from 2009, 2 from DC, 1 from Guam, and 1 from the Virgin Islands. I already have these in my collection, so these are also going to go into the lower mintage collections and get tubed up as well. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this video with me. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe so you can get more notifications next time we might have a video posted. Anyway, thanks for hunting, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Okay guys, just another little add-on. I went through all those 2021 Philadelphia's, and like I thought, I didn't find anything. So I just kept the roll of the best ones that I could find of this set, and I'll put the rest of them back into circulation. So I'm gonna hold on this one for a little while, kind of get an idea of what the mintages are. Be honest with you, I kind of expect the mintages of certain coins to drop in either this year or next year because of how many they made for the coin shortage last year. So I'm kind of expecting them to kind of compensate a little bit with lowering the mintages later. So I'm going to hold on to a lot of these things until I find out the truth of them before I turn them back in. So just keep that in mind. And again, thanks for watching.